Today I'm going to show you some easy hacks that make it super simple for transporting, flat packing, or storing your build. We made this table as an example to show how we go from this down to a really small package. The first thing is the top. These grip clips allow you to just yank off the top and mount pretty much any flat surface to a conduit build. You can see these are spring steel. They just snap right on the conduit, and you have just one simple screw to hold it in. So this is going to be our base for the flat pack. And we're going to break down this whole frame to a really small space. Now normally you could do this with a 5mm hex tool and our nut and bolt, but we just released this community hack, which is taking a bicycle seat clamp post and adapting it to our connectors, which just loosens it without any tools and that simple rotation open. So with that, we can take apart this whole frame without any tools. Imagine you're at a trade show where you have to put this together and take it apart really quickly. You can use these that just open up one side of the connector, and they can be used with any of our connectors, 3/4, also 1 inch as well. And then you've got the chance to break it down even further. Normally a long run like this, you would need to store that long length, but with our coupling connector, that comes apart real easy. You want to tighten it so it stays in place. I'm going to do it again on the other side. That breaks down like that. Tighten that back together. These break apart. And you might get this apart. You know, it might be 6 months before you put this thing together, and you're not sure how it goes back together. There's a lot of pieces involved. So one way that you could do it is to just mark the connectors with some sort of letter or number, something like that, and then the conduit as well, so you know A goes with A and you're putting it together in the right way. But all these go together. Tightens down. And also, once you loosen these, it's a good idea to just clamp these down again so they don't move on the through pipe. And if you do have these loose and maybe they shim up like that, put a mark on there so you know you can get it back together in the right place, tighten it down, and that should be good to transport or store. So all that whole side of the table packs down into just that. You can imagine it in a box, in a bag, something like that. You could do that again too with these long pipes. You would just add another connector in the middle, one of the couplers. So let's take those off. And this shows another great use of these conduit clips as well. Say you have your tabletop and you just want to store these long pipes right like that. Makes a really great way to just keep them in place and organized while you're storing your build. All right, so we got all that. The last is this section, and we did something special with this last section. Another way to kind of keep your build organized. So let me get this side off. Take that apart, clamp these down. It's really packing down super small. And then we thought, wouldn't it be cool if there was a way to keep all the pipes and connectors in place when you take it apart? So we kind of took an idea from tent poles. You know how the tent poles, they kind of go together? We took some of this elastic cord and then ran it through the pipes. So as you take this apart, everything kind of stays in place. So you can go like that, take this apart, and it's all ready to go right when you want to put it back together. Now there's a couple things that you got to keep in mind if you want to pull this off and use it in your build. One is you need a way to hold the elastic at the end of the pipe. We took one of the threaded nut inserts and then tied a knot and ran it all the way through. and you can see it snakes through here. But the other thing is with the 90-degree connectors, there's no continuous way to go from this pipe into the center. So to do that, we just drilled a little hole, ran the elastic through there, and you can see it slips over nicely, and then you're able to continue it all the way through. And then when you're ready to go, it's pretty much a no-brainer how they go together, because you've got the pipes referenced there, right like that. Tighten it down, and then, well, that's not right, but there you go. Just like that. And then you know where all the pipes go, even months after you did the original build. So it might be a technique that you might find useful in your build. All of these we just want to demonstrate as ideas from the community that we found that might be easier to flat pack, store, or ship your build across the country. I hope you guys find this helpful. Also, check out, Jake did a test of the quick clamp to see how strong it is. He did a really good job, so check that out. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. We'll see you next time.